It's beautiful up there out in the country when you're up on a 125-foot structure and you just sit there and you see the sun coming up because you're there at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I feel like that's the best part about climbing. Not many people know about this trade, and once you tell somebody what your trade is, you usually show them like a climbing video or something like that. It's like, this is what I do. It's like the hoorah thing of line work. The hardest part, I feel like, is people learning how to climb and getting over the heights. I mean, I was terrified first climbing. I mean, I was up there maybe on like 25 foot, my leg was shaking the first day. My teacher's making fun of me. I don't know, you just gotta get over that fear factor at first, and I feel like that's the hardest part. So first you're gonna put on your climbers, visually inspect them, make sure everything's buckled up tight. Then you visually inspect your belt, make sure your tools are there, make sure your primary, this is your primary, visually inspect your primary, make sure there's no cuts or lacerations. And you make sure that you always have your hand line in case you get shocked or in case you pass out on the pole. This is how someone's gonna rescue you from the pole if you need rescued at all. Put on your primary, then you get adjusted, you can step on the pole, get a feel for everything. Make sure your gaffs are in at a certain angle, make sure your knees are away from the pole so you don't cut out, in case then you'll cut out like that, so make sure your knees are away from the pole. To climb, usually you just do one solid motion. Just bring everything up at the same time, one leg up as your primary goes up. So you just go like that, up. So if you fall, this is how your primary works. You're cutting, you're climbing, you gaff out, boom. Your primary catches you, you're safe. I mean, the only part is that's how you get up, then you go resume climbing. I feel like the backyard work is probably the hardest, but that's, one guy told me that's what you went to school for, is exactly this. Changing out the backyard transformers, this is what you need to know. And I feel like the gratification from turning those lights on makes it all worth it. Seeing the people coming out and say thank you, because this is honestly one of the best places I've worked so far. Really good community, I like the guys so far.